This is an excerpt from an essay entitled Hold Your Phone to This Essay and Select Tag Now, an essay about the very sort of rapidly shifting ways that we listen to and consume music. So this is a small segment from that essay. Kate was dating another DJ at WMUC, the University of Maryland campus radio station, where, as a senior, I had a coveted Friday afternoon 3 to 6 shift. She called the studio during my show and asked if I wanted to hang out afterward at Town Hall, a gray cement towny bar on Route 1. I had a girlfriend, but a secret crush on Kate, who had long, stick-straight, reddish-brown hair and didn't wear much makeup. She was a painting major. Her nose was nice, probably too large to her, and her eyes were blue and active. She was quiet, but dry and cynical. She was cigarette-y and sexy. I said sure. A couple of hours later, over pitchers of beer, she shared stories of growing up in nearby Greenbelt, of living in a lower middle class family, of struggles and low ceilings in a concrete suburbia. Neither of us mentioned our significant others, as we got very drunk and smoked and laughed. I drove her home and we parked in front of her house and made out for hours while the oldies station played on the car radio. Several times we got close to pushing beyond what either of us was actually ready for, and cooled off and defogged the windshield by pulling away, joking, listening to the radio, to Chuck Berry and the Four Seasons and Freddie Boom Boom Cannon and the Everly Brothers and Stax and Motown. She rolled her eyes at the corny songs, sang along to the Four Tops, and for several minutes essayed the drifters up on the roof as a coded paean to teenage suicide. At that time, in that place, with my hands around her waist and her taste on my lips, her theory seemed novel and brilliant. We fooled around some more, and the car battery died. Neither of us had money or the wherewithal to secure a tow truck, so she invited me to spend the night on her bedroom floor. She came out of her bathroom wearing pajamas, smelling of Marlboros and Colgate, and smiling sheepishly. I slept on the floor next to her bed. I was in the bedroom of a girl I didn't know. The next morning, she asked me for $10. A couple of weeks later, I drove slowly past Kate's house, then hit I-495, the beltway through Maryland and Virginia, and for a couple of hours circled Washington, D.C., drinking a six-pack of Schaefer, listening to the oldies station. The songs that night scored a pathetic evening of remorse and lurid imagination, singing in pop changes a story I made up and made myself believe, of acting nobly, charitably, ignoring the truths that every song dangerously skirted. That playlist is long gone, irreplaceable, broadcast through night air from some remote place. For those aimless hours, no other arrangement of tunes could have mattered, could have approached the songbook of 20-something sorrow they achieved as I dipped in and out of music, loudly singing along to songs I couldn't replay, believing their promises and then bitterly denouncing them, and drove around and around. Kate's body and voice, the songs that reshaped them, ghosted the car. The music was intense in its presentness, issuing from speakers and leaking out of windows and trailing me like exhaust. That they were here and gone, in the car with me, then not, only made the heartbreak of their arrival, full of promises and good times, worse, or sweeter. These songs weren't in my pocket. They were gone. I stored that drive's soundtrack in my head for a long time, played it on occasion as if rifling through a box of 45s, but the list grew and shrank, had songs added, deleted, songs disappeared. My imagination stoked that night's playlist the way memory required. In this century, I could have aimed my phone at the car speakers, ID'd each song, posted them as wretched updates to Facebook, had a real-time curating of a sad and solitary night. Now it feels as if loss is replaced instantly by everythingness. Which document is greater, I wonder, which more lasting? Memory's shape-shifting hard drive, or the humming circuits of my iPhone? I'm skeptical in each direction. My answer lies somewhere in the middle.